Watching his beloved wife being stabbed to death by the murderer, the husband instantly devised 100 ways to kill the killer. However, at that moment, his 6-year-old daughter emerged from the kitchen, which sparked a sinister thought in the robber's mind. What began as a routine home invasion turned into a nightmare when the murderer targeted the daughter. As the 6-year-old girl let out an agonizing scream, Clyde could no longer contain his rage. He was determined to make the murderer pay the ultimate price. On the day of the trial, Clyde only hoped for a satisfactory outcome. However, the murderer, who did not kill his wife and daughter, was sentenced to death with a 10-year reprieve, while the mastermind behind the rape and murder of his wife and daughter was only sentenced to 3 years. This moment made Clyde realize that the judge who had gavelled the verdict might have been bribed by the mastermind. Thus, he not only mocked the corrupt officials in court, but also declared to everyone present that his wife and daughter would not die in vain. More absurdly, as Clyde prepared to leave the courthouse, he unexpectedly saw the prosecutors shaking hands with the mastermind who had killed his wife and daughter. Since the law couldn't bring him justice, he decided to take revenge in the most primitive way. Clyde then disappeared completely from there and remained gone for 10 years. 10 years later, the mastermind, Darby, suddenly received a mysterious phone call.
Strike 3 for you.
At first, Darby didn't believe the mysterious person's words, but when he saw the police cars outside the window, he suddenly realized the severity of the situation. However, it was already too late. The police had surrounded Darby's residence. What Darby didn't expect was that the mysterious person guided him step by step out of the police cordon, as this was the only way to lure Darby into the pre-designed trap. When Darby saw that the police officer had been knocked unconscious by the mysterious caller, he immediately seized the officer's service weapon, then used the butt of the gun to wake him up, threatening him to take him out of the city. But after escaping the police's capture, Darby had no intention of sparing the officer, as only a dead man could keep the secret. But the mysterious man called at that moment, so Darby decided to answer and thank him, but he didn't expect.
You know why I'll never see my wife and little girl again?
It turned out that the police officer was the mysterious man on the phone. When he took off the wig on his head, Darby realized he was Clyde from 10 years ago.